Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Former WWE champion Triple H is currently the chief content officer of the Stanford-based company. Under his creative leadership, the promotion has been thriving. Ever since the inception of AEW, several names from World Wrestling Entertainment have switched to the Tony Khan-led company. Interestingly, movement from the other direction has also happened. The game has signed talents such as Penta, Ricky Saints, Jade Cargill, and more. Additionally, the King of Kings has brought back former AEW stars CM Punk and Andrade, who were initially members of the Stanford-based company's roster. The cerebral assassin's business decisions have certainly paid off. However, he needs to be careful in the future because too much of the same can prove to be detrimental. John Cena's father just broke his silence on his heel turn. More details right here. Keith Lee was signed to WWE from 2018 to 2021. The 40-year-old was immensely successful on the developmental brand, as he won the NXT Championship and the North American Championship once each. However, Lee could not replicate the same success on the main roster. He was booked poorly and also suffered numerous health issues. Eventually, the star was released in November 2021. The Limitless made his debut in All Elite Wrestling in February 2022. Just like his main roster stint in the Stanford-based company, Lee's AEW run has been underwhelming. Although he is a former AEW World Tag Team Champion, fans at times forget that he is signed to the company. The veteran is currently sidelined due to injury-related issues, and reports suggest that his contract will end soon. If Keith Lee leaves the Jacksonville-based company following the expiration of his contract, Triple H must make sure not to sign him because he is injury-prone and is not as skillful in the ring as he was before. Former AEW Women's World Champion Saraya is already a wrestling legend. In the Stanford-based company, she achieved massive success by winning the WWE Divas Championship twice and the NXT Women's Championship once. Unfortunately, throughout her career, she has been plagued by injuries. The English professional wrestler reportedly still has a good relationship with Triple H. She has previously hinted at rejoining her previous workplace. Notably, her contract with Tony Khan's company is set to expire this September. However, the game must think twice before offering the erstwhile Paige a contract. The company has a vision for the future, and including a star who is arguably past her prime could prove to be detrimental. Miro was released from AEW last month. There are strong speculations that he will soon return to WWE. However, if this happens, it could be disastrous. The former Rusev enjoyed considerable success in World Wrestling Entertainment during his previous stint that spanned from 2010 to 2020. The former United States champion was immensely over, but it has been a long time since that era ended. At this point, the sports entertainment juggernaut's focus is on pushing younger talents. If Miro shows up, there is a probability that he will be used to put up-and-coming stars over. He is almost 40, and it is unlikely that Triple H will ever book the Bulgarian Brute in main event storylines. Hence, it would be ideal for both Miro and WWE to stay away from each other. Ever since Triple H took the reins of WWE's creative direction, speculation has been rampant about which former WWE stars, now residing in AEW, might make their way back to the company. While some returns would be welcomed with open arms, there are certain AEW talents that might not be the best fit for a WWE comeback. Whether due to their past issues with WWE, their creative direction in AEW, or potential clashes with the current roster, not everyone should be on Triple H's wish list. Here are 3 AEW stars that Triple H should avoid bringing back to WWE. CM Punk's return to professional wrestling was one of the most anticipated moments in AEW history, but it quickly became one of its most controversial. While his name still carries immense drawing power, his tenure in AEW has been marred by backstage altercations, controversy, and reports of being difficult to work with. His infamous All Out 2022 press conference, where he called out several AEW talents and executives, painted a picture of a man who still carries grudges and thrives on conflict. WWE already experienced the difficulties of dealing with Punk during his original run, which ended with a bitter departure in 2014. Though many fans clamor for a WWE return, the reality is that bringing Punk back would be a massive gamble. From a creative standpoint, there would be undeniable dream matches for Punk in WWE, but the question remains whether the potential headaches would be worth it. Given Triple H's emphasis on fostering a positive backstage environment, reintroducing a notoriously volatile personality like CM Punk could cause unnecessary tension. His attitude, combined with his injury-prone nature, makes him an easy pass for WWE. Andrade is a phenomenal wrestler with an elite in-ring presence, but his WWE run under Vince McMahon failed to capitalize on his potential. His move to AEW was supposed to be a career resurgence, yet it has been anything but. Despite his undeniable talent, Andrade has struggled to find consistent booking in AEW, often getting lost in the shuffle. The bigger issue is his history with WWE. Before his release in 2021, Andrade was reportedly frustrated with his lack of opportunities and creative direction. He even requested his release, signaling clear dissatisfaction with how WWE handled his character. Returning to WWE would mean stepping back into an environment that had already failed him once, and while Triple H has shown a willingness to rehabilitate once misused talent, Andrade may not be the best candidate. Additionally, Andrade's reported backstage altercation with Sammy Guevara in AEW suggests that he may not be the most adaptable talent when it comes to locker room politics. WWE has plenty of international stars who fit his mold, including Santos Escobar and Dragon Lee, making his return an unnecessary risk. Unless WWE can offer him a guaranteed main event push, which is unlikely given his previous tenure, bringing him back would be redundant and counterproductive. There's no denying Matt Hardy's contributions to professional wrestling, from his legendary tag team career alongside Jeff Hardy to his various reinventions. Whether as version 1, Broken Matt, or Big Money Matt, Hardy has always managed to stay relevant. However, at this stage in his career, a return to WWE would serve little purpose. Hardy's last WWE stint from 2017 to 2020 had flashes of brilliance, but ultimately fizzled out due to creative differences. He opted to join AEW in search of greater creative freedom, but his run has been underwhelming. His broken persona failed to recapture the magic it had in Impact Wrestling, and his role has largely been relegated to mid-card feuds and managerial duties. The main reason Triple H should avoid bringing Hardy back is simple. WWE already has an influx of younger talent needing TV time. Matt Hardy, while still a serviceable veteran, wouldn't offer much in terms of fresh storytelling. His nostalgia factor only goes so far, and his in-ring work has noticeably slowed due to years of wear and tear. WWE should focus on building the next generation rather than relying on past stars who have already had their moment in the spotlight. While some former WWE stars in AEW could make for compelling returns, these three, CM Punk, Andrade El Idolo, and Matt Hardy, should not be on WWE's priority list. Punk's volatile nature, Andrade's past frustrations, and Hardy's diminishing in-ring value make them poor choices for WWE's evolving landscape. Triple H's vision for WWE should focus on long-term growth rather than revisiting troubled past relationships. WWE's recent success under Triple H has been built on reinvigorating existing talent and pushing fresh faces to the forefront. Bringing back these AEW stars could potentially hinder that progress. Instead, WWE should continue elevating its homegrown stars while cherry-picking only the most valuable free agents to bolster its roster. Wrestling is constantly evolving, and for WWE to thrive, it needs to look forward, not backward.